Salute, salute, salute. What's happening? Wow. Nocturnal thoughts, man. What it is, what it do. So, I just want to talk about this real quick video, then I'll get out the way. Because I didn't want this one to. I didn't want to miss this one. Romain Villa versus Romain Villa. I wasn't really paying attention, I'm not gonna lie, and damn near for a second I was like, who the fuck is Romain Villa? And then, I said, oh yeah, that's the dude that had an upset victory against Speedy Rashidi, right? So I said, let me just go watch his highlights. I'm not gonna act like I know Romain Villa. I rewatched his highlight performances, and then kind of watched some bulk of the fight between him and Speedy Rashidi Ellis. And I gotta say, for Romain Villa, this is tough competition. This dude is vicious. I was impressed. I'm not gonna say he's the most impressive fighter I've ever seen, but I would say this will probably be the toughest fighter that I can remember Romain Villa fighting. I know he had a headbutt with Chris Van Heerding. That fight got stopped early. I know he fought Thomas Delorme. He fought one more other dude. I can remember it, but the name is just not right there. Then he fought that dude Clayton, and Clayton, say what you want to say, but that really didn't produce nothing. That didn't make. I didn't see any wrinkles. I didn't see Jerron have to do anything exceptional for that fight as well. And then his last performance that Romain Villa had, it went the distance, and that started the naysayers to come out of the woodworks and give their opinion on Romain Villa. And to be honest with you, I say watching him train, he is very dangerous and deadly. Romain Villa. Watching him train, he's very vicious. Watching him fight against top level competition just has yet to be seen. And a few little holes in his defense in his fight against I don't want to say Thomas Delorme, it might have been the other guy that I'm trying to remember, but he still just, for the most part, was putting on one-sided ass whoopings in dominating fashion and flashy and doing what he wanted to do. But you could kind of see some holes in this game, as all boxers, and he was getting caught with a few punches that I felt like he should have been more defensively responsible about. But other than that, he just seemed like he had all the intangibles and all the tricks of the trade just, innate. But I hadn't seen him against a tough, young competition. It was kind of like we wanted to see Romain Villa versus Vergil Ortiz. Let me take my vitamins, my vitamin pack. This ain't the bud pack. It's my vitamin pack. But anyway, Vergil Ortiz, get well soon, man. I know he's dealing with some health issues. I heard he just pulled out of his Stanionis fight. Stanionis also, to me, is tough competition too. I would like to see against Romain Villa. But we want to see Vergil Ortiz versus Stanionis. Vergil Ortiz was dealing with some health issues. I watched an interview where he said, even before Igis Kavalauskas fight, he was dealing with like a long COVID symptoms, long COVID, like it was residual effects of COVID. And also he had an issue with his blood, rhabdomyolysis, something like basically overtrain, and then your proteins and everything spill out into your bloodstream, and it can cause all kind of issues with your health. So he just passed out. I don't want to do too much research into that right now. I'll look into it. I heard about it, but I'll look into it later. Just get well soon. But we're not going to see Virgil Ortiz versus Jerome Ennis. We're not going to see Virgil Ortiz versus Stanionis. But I'm looking at this Romain Villa against Jerome Ennis. And at first I was just thinking, oh, this is going to be a showcase fight. He going to go in there and blast this dude out. Who the fuck is this dude? And then I said, oh yeah, that is the dude that just fought Speedy Rashidi Ellis. So then I looked at his highlights. Now, I didn't do a lot of due diligence film study to see his whole style, but looking at his highlights and looking at him fighting against Ellis, he vicious. He got some heavy hands, some thudding punches. He got some crack, and he a come forward fighter. Jerome Ennis said that's going to be tailor-made. The last dude he fought that it went the distance, dude was a little bit more defensive and went off the back foot, and he was running the whole fight. So in this fight, he's not going to have to worry about that. He's going to be able to put his talent on full display against a guy that's coming forward and attacking you. Then he's going to be on this pivot, going to be spinning and counter punching and doing what Jerome do. Supposedly, I'm interested to see how this fight gonna go, because I'm thinking that this is gonna be a good test for Jerome Ennis, and it's gonna be another fight that's gonna expose some wrinkles, make him level up. He might even get caught with a real good punch. We just seen what happened with Jared Anderson. Took some good punches and showed his chin. And that's probably the only question some people have about Jerome Ennis is, what kind of beard he got. Shouts out to Jerome Ennis' beard. It's dope. It ain't as dope as mine. It ain't as dope as mine, but he do got a beard. He's solid. But I don't know as far as can he take a real good punch from a heavy-handed guy like Romain Villa. I'm pretty sure he can, but the world wants to know. We still want to see it. We still want to see you take a licking and keep on ticking. We want to see you get rocked and keep fighting. I think this dude can crack. And he can straight up, he can squabble. So this dude can squabble, and it's gonna make Jerome Ennis, show more of his abilities. So I'm looking forward to how this fight play out. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a tough test. So I'm pulling for Jerome Ennis. I think he's most likely the huge favorite. I think he is expected to put on the show and get a knockout, but I think it's going to be some adversity in this fight. You know what I'm saying? And then in boxing, you never know. Speedy Rashidi they was trying to line him up to fight against Jerome Ennis. They weren't even talking to Romain Villa versus Rashidi Ellis. They weren't even conversing. They was talking Rashidi Ellis, and Jerome Ennis was going back and forth like they already had that fight made. And upset the apple cart, enter in Romain Villa. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with some power and some tenacity and some moxie and some guts and wanted to go for some glory. So if he's that mentality and he's gonna come into the ring, don't underestimate that opponent. Those are my thoughts. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Nocturnal salute. Bow. Subscribe to the channel. I never tell y'all to subscribe to the channel.